Season of the Chosen has kicked things off strong with its loot game, given we've got a whole bunch of battleground weapons, playlist specific weapons and returning weapons from Destiny 1 to farm for in Nightfalls, like the Palindrome, the Swarm and the Shadow Price. There is one weapon hidden though in the loot pool that would rank up there with the best pinnacle weapons in previous seasons. And today I'm going to have a look at that secret pinnacle weapon, why it's so good and also how to get it. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below for all the latest Destiny 2 content and turn on notifications by hitting that bell. Well, back in Destiny 2 Forsaken, Bungie created a new tier of weapon called Pinnacle, and this sits somewhere between the legendary and exotic class. So some famous pinnacle weapons over the years include the Recluse, the SMG, Revoker, that was a sniper, and the Redrix Claymore, that was a pulse rifle. And these were simply the best legendary weapons in the game. They were so good that many of them dominated the meta in Destiny 2 for years, only to be made irrelevant in the endgame by sunsetting when Beyond Light came out. Over the years and iterations, Bungie has made these pinnacle weapons less powerful so they don't dominate the game as they once did. The problem with these weapons are they're so powerful, there's just no need to use anything else, then they either have to be nerfed or removed, which people don't like considering they have sunk often multiple hours into getting one of these weapons. Pinnacle weapons became ritual weapons, which then became pursuit weapons, but essentially they are one and the same thing. They are slightly more powerful legendary weapons. In Season of the Chosen, we've got Salvage's Salvo as a breach loading grenade launcher. It's pretty good, but it's definitely not up there with Mountaintop, which was another example of a pinnacle weapon that dominated up until the release of Beyond Light. Pinnacle weapons were hard to get, they were a massive grind, but you were rewarded with a gun that matched the effort. Redrix's Broadsword is probably a great example of this, and let's have a look at the quest steps for that. So you had to defeat 200 opponents with pulse rifles, that was the first step. Then you had to reach Valor rank Heroic. Third was get 75 double play medals in Crucible. Fourth, you had to defeat 150 opponents with pulse rifle precision final blows. Fifth step was 50 kills with Arc, Solar and Void in Crucible. Then you got to complete 25 Control, Survival and Rumble matches. Then you had to complete 20 Crucible daily bounties. And finally, you had to reset your Valor rank. So those steps definitely took some time, but at the end of it, you were rewarded with an amazing Redrix's Broadsword pulse rifle with some absolutely devastating perks. So Redrix's Broadsword is a legendary kinetic pulse rifle with a high impact frame, it's slow firing and high damage, and the weapon's more accurate when stationary and aiming down sights. So at 33 for impact, 60 for range, 59 for stability, 38 for handling, 44 for reload speed. It was a 340 rounds per minute pulse rifle with 27 in the magazine and had some really good perks, and it was a fixed roll. But here are the perks. So it had Desperado, reloading after a precision final blow increased your rate of fire, and you had Outlaw 2, so precision kills decrease that reload speed. So those two perks work really, really well together. We also had high caliber rounds, so shots from the weapon knock the target back further, and chambered compensator, which increased the stability. So it was the Desperado and Outlaw combination that was so deadly. So this weapon was also sunset and now lives out its days in the Monuments for Lost Light. That is the exotic kiosk in the tower. So sure, you can buy it and use it in quick play, but you won't be able to use it in endgame PvP like Trials or Iron Banner. But that brings us nicely to the secret pinnacle weapon inside of Season of the Chosen, and that is the Messenger. Okay, so it's not really a secret pinnacle weapon, but it is just as good, and I'm going to tell you why. So the Messenger is a legendary kinetic pulse rifle. It's got a high impact frame, meaning it's slow firing and high damage, and you might have heard that somewhere recently before. So the weapon is more accurate when stationary and aiming down sights, just like Redrix's Broadsword. So looking at the stats, it's got 33 for impact, 69 for range, 59 for stability, 38 for handling, 44 for reload speed. It's a 340 RPM pulse rifle with 31 in the magazine. So those stats do sound very, very familiar. And the thing that separates the Messenger is the perk combination. So in the fourth slot, you can get one for all, Head Seeker, Celerity. kill clip, and, crucially, Desperado. So reloading after a precision final blow increases your rate of fire. In the third slot, you've got a potential of Zen Moment, Killing Wind, Moving Target, and then you've got Rapid Hit and Outlaw. So Rapid Hit gives you precision hits, temporarily increase the stability and the reload speed. And Outlaw, well, that'll give precision kills, decreasing the reload time. So Outlaw and Desperado gives you that Redrix style combo on a pulse rifle that's been missing since Redrix was sunset. But we've also got Rapid Hit 2 for that boost in stability as well as the reload speed. So either of these rolls on the Messenger is going to be deadly. So what I mean by that is Outlaw, Desperado, or Rapid Hit and Desperado. So crucially, last week, Bungie announced that sunsetting was going to be shelved, and now we've got the opportunity for this role to be out there in the wild, and I think it's well worth farming Trials of Osiris when the Messenger is available. The first week of Trials this season was a good opportunity, given the Messenger was the reward at 3 wins, but it's probably going to come up again as the weeks and the seasons progress. This season we have Salvage's Salvo as the pursuit weapon. I would keep an eye on Trials of Osiris when the Messenger is available. You know, either Outlaw or Rapid Hit and Desperado is going to be a deadly combination for PvP, and if you're wanting to go into competitive game modes, then this is the tool that you want to be arming yourself with. It may not be a pinnacle weapon like we're used to, you know, we don't have a huge quest to get through, and getting this one is going to be based on RNG, but it is possible to get that role. My first drop was Outlaw and One for All in the first week, then I went back into Trials with another character, got lucky, and I got a Rapid Hit and Desperado role. I was willing to settle for anything with Desperado, but to get Rapid Hit too, well, that is pretty lucky, and I am definitely thankful for that. If you want to get this weapon, then you are going to have to go into Trials and get it, and the loot for Trials of Osiris does rotate each week. But I do a video that comes out shortly after Trials goes live every week, detailing the map and the weapons for the week, so subscribe and hit that notification bell to never miss what's going on in Trials of Osiris at the weekend. Well, that is it for today. Just a heads up on one of the best weapons out there in the loot pool at the moment, and given sunsetting is going to be removed later on in the year, I think it's well worth farming to get this gun, as it's going to be a secret weapon in PvP for months to come. Well, let me know what you think down in the comments. Did you farm out Redrix back in the early days of Destiny 2, and what replacements did you find? And also, let me know how you get on in Trials of Osiris farming for the Messenger. Well, that is it today, looking at the secret pinnacle weapon that you need to get for PvP. And as always, thank you so much for watching. For more Destiny 2 content like this, hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to This Week in Video Games. If you want to join the community, check out the Discord link in the description, or you can follow me on Twitter at TWIVG Podcast. If you enjoyed this video or found it useful, liking and sharing the video would really help me out. Otherwise, check out the other videos on the channel. Thanks again, I'll see you soon.